the coils for Unimacts. Again, the goal is no damaged coil. Dangers with hauling this product. Product likes to shift if not secured properly. The biggest problem is the first quarter mile when you leave the plant. It's shown in the other tutorial. Again, the product likes to shift when you go around a corner too fast. Product likes to tip trucks over going around the corner too fast. Again, here's some pictures of some coils that are not secured correctly. As you can see, the coil broke loose, came through the cab, made a terrible day for everybody involved. Wonderful securement job, professional. Keep the coil from going forward. Later on this tutorial, we'll talk about securing the coil pack together so that it doesn't rack or fall forward. Here is the problem with the coils. Coil pack is unstable until you get all the chains on it. When it's chained down, it will spread apart. They call this racking, where this one, and this one looks like a house of cards, and it's caused by the securement of the master pack breaking as the driver went around the corner too fast. How to load slit coils. First is you sit down your coil racks on the trailer, then you set the dunnage in between the coil rack, and then you load the coil. You put one chain pulling forward and one chain pulling backwards. Then there's one coil that goes through the eye of the coil, up over the top, and back through the eye of the coil to keep it to coil from tipping. Again, drive slow into the street to finish the securing. What you need to secure your coil, you'll need 7 chains and 7 binders, 4 coil racks, and 2 oak 4x4s or 2 good pine 4x4s in good shape. Here's an example of what we're talking about securing the coil through the eye of the coil. As you can see, the chain goes through the eye of the coil, goes up around the top of the coil, comes back again, goes through the eye of the coil, and goes back down. The whole purpose of that is keeping, again, the coil pack from racking. In your mind's eye, if you can look at the concept of putting that there, is it wants to go this way or that way. This coil change stops that from happening. In addition, to pull out in the street, you have a coil chain here and a coil or chain around the coil right there. Here is what the coil rack should look like before you get loaded. You'll have your coil rack, you'll have your dunnage placed in there, all ready to put the coil inside your coil rack. Here is how the finished chain should look like. They're color-coded. Front of the trailer, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th. And the 7th one is the one we just showed you that goes through the eye of the coil to keep it from racking. Again, this is another presentation to make sure that you're familiar with that. Go through the eye of the coil, comes up over the top of the coil, goes back under the coil to get tied down. This is, we call it belly wrapping, but again, its whole purpose is to help you not have an accident and have the coil pack rack on you and really ruin your day. Where to place the coil. The ideal place to put the coil is 1, 2, 3 stake pockets from the center of the trailer. The light tells you that's the center of the trailer, and again, put the first dunnage 1, 2, 3. Right there is where you should put your first dunnage, and that way then you'll have a nice weight distribution on the trailer. Trailer rides well, trailer rides safe. Remember to throw a chain over the top before moving the coil to the load tie down area. Be careful driving to the street. The coil will tip over. Chains pulling back, chains pulling forward. Then you'll need the top wrap on the coil so it doesn't rack. Again, go slow into the street before you finish your chaining. Here are some pictures of a Hall of Shame. Again, you can see where the coil has racked. He tried to go through and upright it after it fell over. Used some chains there trying to go ahead and pull it back upright. Won't happen. An ounce of cure is worth a pound of. Gotta remember that. But again, put the coil, put a chain through the middle of the eye, out the top, come around, go back there and tie it down, and your life will be a whole lot easier. Finish securing your coil. Remember to go load around the corner slowly. Here is an example of what happens when you go through and go around the corner too quickly. Product just falls off the truck. And then the truck goes upside down and you have a terrible, terrible experience that day. So go slow around the coil, around the corners. Again, one more time, we can't tell you enough time. Don't let this happen to you. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.